Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Andersmillknits. I'm your host Emily. You can find me online and on Instagram as aka Millie907 and on Ravelry as aka Millie. And we also have a Ravelry group on there on Ravelry called AndersMill Podcast. We also have another group for the Summer Stripe Along, CAL, which stands for Craft Along, or as we like to hashtag it on the old IG, hashtag SSACAL. Yeah. Okay, that was weird. That was weird. Oh well. We're gonna go with it. I'm coming to you from the northwest of the United States. I live in a pretty small town called Wilsonville, which is outside the Portland proper area. And let me see, what else do I want to tell you about? It is sweltering outside. I believe yesterday it got up to 106, 107, and today it's supposed to get up to about that again. Let's see, it is right now, it's 9:47, and I'm going to go check the weather. Well, I'm not in Seaside, so let's go back to where I am. Right now, it's 9:47 and it's 76. By 2 p.m. it's supposed to be 90 degrees, and let's see, I guess it's supposed to now top out at 5 p.m. at 95. Wow, the weather is just crazy coming up. But it's funny because, well, it's not funny, it's actually kind of worrisome because the app says, oh shoot, can you read it? Right there, it says smoke. Wilsonville smoke. And we've been having this weird haze over the past couple days. I don't have news networks, so I don't know what's going on, but I'm wondering if we aren't having a forest fire somewhere here in the Oregon area. Wouldn't surprise me. It's been a pretty dry summer. So, let's see. Why don't we jump on into some admin, because we have some prizes to announce and a really exciting upcoming project. Well, actually, it's open now, but I've been working on it very diligently over the last couple of weeks. So, oh shoot fire, hold on one second. Well, here I was thinking I was all organized and I had everything, and then as soon as I started podcasting, I realized I forgot something, so there you go. Hi Watson, do you want to see what it is? You guys can't see him right now, but he's right beside me. So, we had a prize for the July Double Dip Cal. Now, if you don't know what the Double Dip Cal is, go on over to the AndersMill group on Ravelry. There is now an August thread up. Read the rules there and enter to win, because I'm not going to go over it because there's too much to talk about today. But since July was my birthday month, I wanted to do something extra special, and I've been saving this kit from Knit Picks for a long time. It's a computer case kit, and it comes with all of the yarn you'll need for it. Obviously, you'll need to get the needles and other notions that you want to use during the project, but it comes with the pattern as well. And we had, I believe, 22 people enter in to win. And of course, you know, Linda is our really good friend, and she entered in lots of times. And Giddy, Helen entered in from Giddy Knits. And then we had a new lady who entered in who actually won. Oh boy, I better go back to it because I have forgotten what her name was. So it's Mystery, I believe, Sewer, S-E-W-E-R. And you are Sandy from Canada. Nice. And that was, so we had a random number generator for numbers 2 through 22. Come on, look. Oh boy, whatever. Winner number, the result was entry 11, and so that was Mystery Sewer, and she entered into that one, which was a sweater. Uh-oh. You might not be okay. Well, I might have to. So here's where we ran into a problem, because in order to be entered in to win a prize on the thread for the month for the knit along, you have to actually tell us which knit along you've knit this project for, or you are currently knitting this project for, and actually provide us with the link. Now, I'm not too particular about the link, but I do need to know what knit along you're knitting this for. Now, on this one, let's say Knit Style Game of Thrones, is that the knit along, or is it? I guess it must be the knit along because she mentions it again in the very next thread. In the very next post. So I guess I'm going to let it slide this time. But just for future reference, everybody, just you need to let us know which knit along or craft along, crochet along you are linking or you are referencing this project to in order to be qualified to win a prize. And I do have that listed in the directions or the rules of the thread of the knit along. So for August, make sure, everybody, that you have your links in there, because but anyway, Nitty Sewer, I'm sorry, Mystery Sewer, congratulations, you won. So if you'll get in contact with me, PM me your address in Canada, and I'll get this out to you. Probably will have to wait until my next payday because I have no idea how expensive that will be. And then I opened up the August thread this morning, and I pulled from my stash something I've been saving, and I really want to keep it, but I thought you guys would love it too. So it's a yarn or a tail, yeah, Kettle Colors. She is on Etsy. I don't know if she currently has anything for sale on Etsy. I forgot to look, but this is a beautiful, soft, romantic colorway. It's coming undone a little bit, so put that back in. There we go. So this is called Lavender Bud. I love lavenders. So it's 70% fine merino wool and 30% nylon sock, which it does not feel like that, by the way. This feels like 100% wool. It's a heavy fingering, a 3.7 ouncer, 450 yards. So, booyah, baby. You could do a sport weight shawl out of this and have enough right here to do it. So, the August thread is open, and you can go in and enter in to win. And the more I talk about this, the more I want to keep it. So I'm going to stop talking about it and put it away. So, those are the current prizes going on, but I have something super exciting to talk to you about. I had an idea, and I molded it over for a couple months, and I put it out to a couple of my friends out there in the knitting world and in the podcast group as well, to see how something like this would be received. There are a lot of, especially this year, a lot of Advent yarny calendars going up. Like, for instance, I mean, I know there's a lot of them out there, but this is really the only one I can think of off the top of my head. I know that Fiber and Nymph Dye Works is doing a 24 mini skein or one skein. She's doing a really cool Advent calendar. It's really kind of complicated to remember because she's got a lot of options going on for it for the month of Christmas, and you have to enter into that early. And then there's, of course, the Opal Advent calendar, which I believe is already sold out or has been sold out since last year. Then I know that Legacy Knits does something like that. They did it last year, and I believe they're doing it again this year. And so there's a whole bunch of dyers out there doing it. And the thing is that I would like to do it too. Only the thing is that I'm on a budget. So I had this idea that we would do a mini swap in the group / lots of podcasters groups. I'll get to that in a second. In which we make our own Advent calendar to send out to a swap partner and receive one in return. Now, this was kind of complicated to put together, so it took me a lot of doing, so I hope that I have covered all the bases. But what I've done is I've put out the call to all the other podcasters out there, and we've got quite a great response, actually, let me go over to the group thread, because I opened up a thread already for you to enter into the swap. And I've gotten all of the details about the swap in there as well. And you can chatter in there, because it doesn't matter if you chatter in this thread. You actually, in order to enter into the swap, you actually have to fill out a Google form. That's the only way you can. And I've linked that as well. So there is a thread in my group called 24 Days of Cheer. And I'm calling it that for a reason, because I don't want to limit this to Christmas. Yes, it will be in the month of December. Yes, if you're celebrating Christmas, very well, I celebrate Christmas, so just go ahead and call it, your Christmas Advent calendar. But I didn't want to exclude other religions. And so I got feedback, and we're going to include, obviously, any holiday happening or no holiday, if you're one of those people who just don't even celebrate any of the holidays. So there, I have Hanukkah included, Kwanzaa, and then I think I put other in the Google form, so that you could just either click on that and write out what holiday you celebrate in the month of December, or if you don't, if you can say no holiday on that one. And so the reason why I did that is so that your swap partner will know kind of what kind of theme to focus the creation of the Advent calendar around. Okay, now I'm getting ahead of myself. So first off, let's talk about the rules, and then I'll talk about the other podcasters that are so far with us on this journey, in this exciting thing. But I know there's a couple others that very much want to enter in, and so hopefully they'll be entering in. So here is the rules. So we'll have 24 mini skeins of 5 to 7 grams each. At least 12 of the minis need to be from Stash. So all of them can be from Stash, but at least 12 of them need to be. There's an option also to provide a full skein for the 25th day, and you can opt in or opt out of that on the Google form. And you can customize it. So I've created a Google form for each participant to fill out, letting us know A, what type of fiber you prefer, B, what type of holiday or no holiday you prefer your package to be themed around. C, swap will be open for signups from August 4th, as in today. The swap partners will be assigned by September 17th. I'm closing the Google form down on the 15th, so nobody else can enter in after midnight on the 15th. All packages must be mailed no later than November 15th, because I wanted to put in there about, like, if you're doing an international shipper, get it in time for it to start. You can choose between international and domestic shipping, and we would like you to package each mini skein in a package or wrapping for each day, so it's like a little present each day for you to open up. So, and I've also included a link to Pinterest. I have this idea of creating a Pinterest board of these of packaging ideas, but I'm not really familiar with Pinterest, so I don't know how to do it and share it with everybody. If any of you know how to do that, let me know. But I'm so excited about all of this. And the podcasters that are joining us are Hawthorne Cottage Craft, Cherry Pearls Podcast, The Crafty Toads, Never Cast Off, which is such a cute one, Caffeinated Knitting, oh my gosh, Caffeinated Gert, oh I love you, Flame and Fiber Podcast, which is a brand new one. That's really awesome. Oh my gosh, this lady is so intelligent. Wow. And our good friend Giddy Knits, Helen from the UK. So we've got a good following so far of podcasters, of new versus seasoned podcasters, and I think it's going to be awesome. So go to my Ravelry group, or eventually every podcaster who is doing the swap will have their own thread open in their own group. So you don't have to enter in from my group. You can enter in from any of the others I just mentioned. But I do have everything listed out on my podcast group. I've opened a thread. Any questions? That's a chatter thread, like I said. So go in there and just chat it up. So the reason why I said it needs to at least 12 come from your stash is because I wanted it to be as economical as possible for people. And I don't know about you, but I have a lot of minis I can pull from that I already own, and I have leftover skeins galore. These are just some of my bags of leftover skeins that I can create some minis from. I've received some minis from other podcasters. I am not giving this up, Helen, so don't worry. And of course, you know, I've even got some out on display that I can pull from. So, if you're a knitter, you have lots of potential, or you already have mini skeins already around your house. So you can easily pull from that. Now, oh, I forgot to enter this in. Dang it. Stephanie Hot Pink Socks had a great idea that halfway through the month, like on the 12th day or something, we also include a little extra something something. I like the idea of a recipe. Some of the other podcasters were saying, well, what about adding in some notions? Though you can definitely do all of that. I do want to stress, though, that the main package for each day needs to be a mini skein, because we want to have 24 at the end of this swap. And then you can enter into include a full skein on the 25th day for a nice big surprise. I know I'm going to be doing that because, you know, who doesn't want to open up yarn on Christmas Day? And, you know, for that one as well, I am leaving it up to you guys. You can pull it from your stash if you think that it suits your swap partner. You can go and buy them something nice, but just remember, this is supposed to be as economical as possible. So please don't go hog wild. I know it's Christmas and or you know, whatever holiday you're celebrating, and we like to do really nice things, but in order for everybody to feel like they're all on an even playing field, let's try and keep everything to what I've already outlined, right? So if you do send them a skein on the 25th, you can send them a skein and maybe a stitch marker or two. But, you know, really just keep it nice and simple and special to that person, because it's very personal what we're doing here. So I am so excited, and the Google form is up and running, and the link is in the group, so just go for it. Okay, so see, that's a lot of chatter. Hello everybody, Emily breaking in yet again to my own podcast. A couple things came up. Bubba, come here. After I recorded, and I tried recording the information a couple times, and it never was successful, so I'm trying again for the 5th time. One of the things that I wanted to let you guys know about is that Memers from Hudson Valley Knits podcast, and she's a friend, she's one of the moderators and co-hosts of the Summer Stripe Along, the SSACAL Cal, and she is doing, this is her at least 2nd year of doing this upcoming craft along for the winter months leading up to the holidays, and I really want to put in a big plug for this because it's a very worthy cause. So she calls it her senior love along, and what she's asking everybody to do is to knit or crochet or sew, quilt, what have you, macrame, anything, something that she can give to the seniors and the vets in her hometown at the assisted living, nursing homes. I'm not really sure if she does memory care or rehab centers, you know, that's, you know, rehabilitation centers where they have to, you know, after they have surgery or something, they have to learn to use their limbs again. But she is doing this so that they can have a nice Christmas. Now, she's not asking for big things. She's asking for things like little ornaments or bags that they can use, or washcloths. Heaven knows they could use washcloths because, you know, their skin is so thin and so fragile that normal washcloths can be abrasive. And so our lovely knitted washcloths would be wonderful. Watson, you need to stop barking or you go inside. Anyway, so, and then I'd also thought about, you know, how the circulation in the hands and feet are always so trialsome for seniors, and so I thought, wouldn't it be wonderful to do some mittens or fingerless mittens or some worsted weight socks or some lap blankets, especially for those who are confined to wheelchairs. You know, as many of you know, I work with low-income seniors in all of Oregon. So I travel a lot throughout Oregon, and I see the pain and the sorrow that comes when the holidays come around and they are forgotten. I see the sadness and how the behaviors ramp up because they are left to their own devices. I just, you know, when individuals enter into these kinds of living situations or programs, oftentimes family disappears and support networks evaporate, because it's really difficult to see your loved ones in this situation, in this circumstance. It's difficult if they're in memory care to know that they're losing their memory of you and that they might not recognize you when you come in. And, you know, maybe you're their daughter or their son or their loved ones, and it's just like, how could they forget you, right? Or maybe they had a stroke and their behaviors are completely different. Maybe they used to be the most loving person in the world and now they're just really angry all the time. So it's difficult to come and visit them when you know that you're going to be dealing with an angry individual, right? Those kinds of things. I'm telling you now that this type of thing, having them know that they are not forgotten, that people, strangers, complete strangers, are thinking of them during this time, goes so far and will just enrich not only their lives but your lives as well. So I really want to put a plug in for that, and I hope we all join in. I know I'm going to be joining in. I have a couple things percolating about what I want to do, so we'll see where those lead. And also, maybe next year, Memers or Amy, you'll let me co-host it with you, because I'd love to, but, you know, enough of that. Then, I was also contacted by the wonderful Janine in Ravelry. That's not her Ravelry name, I've forgotten it. I'll put it at the bottom of the screen. Contacted me to ask if I would like to give away her new design. It's a shawl, and it's a triangular shawl knit in DK weight. It's called the Yaksa shawl. It's gorgeous. It looks a little asymmetrical to me, but while at the same time being triangular and knit in the traditional style, which I think is really exciting. I love this. This is one of the things that's percolating for me, for maybe I'll knit that for the live along. So she gave me a copy of it, my first gifted pattern. It's lovely. And she's also giving one away to one of you lucky viewers or participants of the podcast. So in order to enter in, I've already opened up the thread on the Ravelry group. If you'll go in there and let us know, you can, one entry will, if you want, can get you entered in to win it, and you can answer the question of, what are you thinking about knitting for this coming fall to lead into winter? What types of things are you dream knitting about? Or you can also do a second entry, or you can do both entries. Please do separate comments so that you can get credit for both entries, of who you would knit the Yaksa shawl for. Yaksa shawl for. Who are you thinking of? I'm thinking of the senior knit along, senior love along. So, but I just wanted to break in and share those things with y'all, and I'll let you get back to our regular podcast. So honestly, guys, that is what's been happening the last 2 weeks, because I have been so busy with this and another project I've been doing around the podcast. There's a couple projects I've been doing around the podcast. One of which is I created a group for, I don't want to be exclusionary, but I wanted to create a safe place for podcasters to gather and chat and exchange advice, notes, get to know each other. So I created that group, and I've been really active on inviting people, and we've had such an amazing turnout. So many great conversations, some of which are honestly controversial. Yeah, I think that's the word. You know, like last episode when I talked about should we have commercials in it, or oh no, that's not what I talked about. I said, yeah, if you pay for views and things like that. We're actually getting into the nitty-gritty of all of that, and everybody's being pretty darn respectful of each other, because here's the truth of it. If you're not respectful, I'm not going to ask you to leave the group, because there's no reason for people to put each other down. But so far I haven't even had to worry about that because everybody's so excited and energetic and supporting of each other. It's amazing. And I've met so many cool people already. Wow. I had no idea there were that many podcasters out there. And let me tell you, the thread that we have going on the group of AndersMillknits for podcasters, it's called Podcasters Unite, or Podcast Lovers, or I can't remember what I did there, where I am trying to do a master list of all of the video and audio podcasts, and I ask for your help in that and helping me get that updated. I am never going to have that current because there's already over 250 just video podcasters on my group that I just created, and I don't know how many audio podcasters. I've been trying to get to them all because I love audio podcasts, so I listen to them a lot. And a lot of them have joined. I just don't even know the number anymore. I really don't. It's crazy. So many new things to look at. So with that in mind, starting my next episode, I'm actually going to be highlighting a podcast that's new to me every episode. So, but I'm really excited about all of the new people that I'm getting to know in this area. So, but I've been doing that. I've been working on the swap. I've been working on a couple other things for the podcast that I'm really excited about. And, it was my birthday, so I had it was a really low-key but special birthday to me because my husband was able to take the day off and spend it with me. I didn't get to sit and knit. I hardly even was able to pick up my needles. But we went for a lovely drive and just, I don't know, we daydreamed a lot. About what's been going on with me. I've been a little under the weather the last couple of days. I think it's because of the heat and a couple other things that are going on. My body reacts to stress by making me ill. And one of the things that's been really stressful the last So I've been feeling really ill, so I went into the doctor again last Friday. I feel like I'm always at the doctor. And we ran the gamut of tests again, especially around my hemoglobin for my diabetes, and it's coming back, even though it hasn't been a full 3 months since my last check-in on that, but it's still coming back relatively high. And so what they're now thinking is that my body is resistant to the medicine that I'm on for diabetes, and they're looking at possibly putting me on insulin. I have a phone call appointment with my doctor next Friday, in which we'll probably be discussing that. And it's just so I'm pretty frustrated with that, pretty scared about that. I don't like the way the conversation is going with my doctor. So, and I'm trying to lose weight. It's not coming off. I think I've lost 6 pounds in about 3 months. I don't know. So, it's just been a real struggle for me the last couple of weeks. Yesterday was really bad. I was very, very ill. And the only way I felt even slightly better was when I was laying down. And I was so ill with the last couple weeks that I've been really struggling to do any crafting at all. Except for when I want to do any crafting, it's really just on my breathing space cardigan, sweater. So we'll get into that because it's so gorgeous and so fun. And so, just health problems, some other personal problems that I won't get into, but, it's been a challenging couple of weeks. Spent a lot of time crying the last couple of weeks. And not that I'm looking for sympathy. I would love empathy, but not sympathy. It just, people go through hard times in their lives. And, everybody has their fair shares. And right now, I guess I'm going through one of my fair shares. So, granted, I feel like I go through a lot of that, but, as a cancer survivor and now with diabetes, and as a trauma survivor, as a, sexual abuse victim, as, all these things, I'm like, okay, I'm good. I would really like to just have a happy, easy life now. It'd be lovely. Well, and that's been coming up too, my husband and I both come from trauma pasts, unfortunately, and when we get triggered by those things, it really affects our relationship. And I have recognized that I've been triggered pretty strongly in the last month or so around my trauma past, and it's been coming from a couple directions, and yet it's affecting the one that is affecting the relationship it's affecting the most is obviously my marriage. So I'm working really hard on that. So anyway, we won't get into all of that. So why don't we review we reviewed notes. We just did that. So why don't we talk about some case notes? So I have a hoe, guys. Do you remember last time when I started my Query Fibers, Query, and then Fiber, self-striping in the Heirloom Carrots? Well, I finished one sock, and I didn't put it on a blocker. I am so sorry. But I love it. And yeah, you can see that I changed my mind and I did a contrasting heel and toe. Because I just thought, when I pulled out that yellow last episode, I put it accidentally like fell against this skein when I was putting things away, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is so perfect. I have to. So, I know there's some blips here. I gotta fix all that. But I just love this. One of my favorite is the transition between the white to that muddy brownish gray. And then another one of my favorites is this transition. Actually, all of them are my favorite. But I love how it goes from this vibrant orange to this very pale orange, and then to this, like, I don't know, what is that? It's a peachy pink, maybe? I just love everything about it. So I finished one of them, and then I immediately cast on for the second one. That's my case note, and so now we're into in session. So I immediately cast on the second one, and I have like 5 more stripes to go before I can do the heel. And these are not matching because I just didn't want to. I just kind of wanted to keep going, and I'm good with that. They don't match. I think that's really fun, actually. So, and I did a different kind of cast on this one. I can't remember what I did exactly, but I felt like the cast on this one was a little too tight around my leg, my upper calf. So I wanted to do a little extra stretchy one on the second one, so I did, which means it flares out a little bit, but I don't care because it fits so much better. And I'm knitting these on US size 0, which I don't know what the, let's see, is it still on there? Hiya, US size 0, 2 millimeter. So that's what I'm knitting on for that, and I love it. I haven't been out on the road hardly at all this week, so most of that knitting was done on my birthday. In fact, I finished this sock on my birthday and cast on the second one, so that was a really nice birthday. And then, so let's get this out of the way. Oh, and this is living in my Slip Stitch Studios, right? No, this is my Girl Cave bags. Bag. And I need another swig, sorry guys. The other thing, surprise, surprise, I've been knitting on in my yarn therapy bag is my breathing space. And I am cruising along on this baby. I have it, okay, so let me see here. So the yoke is done. Then I did the waist decreases and the waist increases. And now what I'm doing, I'm at the point where I'm supposed to have already switched to the main color again for the band around the bottom. You see that band around the bottom right there? But see, notice how short this side is. That's only 15 and I think a half inches long from the underarm. Not gonna do that. Nope. So what I'm doing is I'm aiming for about, it's kind of gonna be like a tunic, kind of not, I don't know. I'm aiming for about 17 inches on the short side. And however long the long side is, I'm going to be good with it. So that means I am continuing right now. I'm deviating from the pattern. My first time deviating from this pattern. I am literally knitting just my, I'm continuing in my stripes until I've got, I think I said I was going to, so right now, right here is about 10 inches. I think I'm going to go for a 12 and then switch to the main color and do the 5 inches in the main color like it says in the pattern to do, only I'm doing it a slightly different. But I love this sweater. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to wear it. So, and I believe Giddy Knits is going to be casting one on. Who knows? It's a brand new business to concentrate on, so you know, who knows when she'll be getting at it. I'm knitting that on, what am I knitting that on actually? I think it's US size 3s. Yeah, US size 3s, because I had to go down one needle size to get gauge, and I have perfect gauge, both row and height. Stitches in row, there we go, for this, so I'm very happy with that. Then I have one last thing I've been working on, which is not knitting related, but I count it as fiber related. For my birthday, I got a kit from a friend of mine, and it's a cross stitch style. I think that's the name of the people who do this. I want to look it up because I want more. But anyway, so it's these wooden okay, so all of these things are wooden except for the card, and you cross stitch onto the wooden thing, and you have different designs you can choose from for each item inside. So what does this come with? So my package came with a frame. So you see it's got all these punches in it. So that's where I'm going to be cross stitching into. So it came with a frame, and I can choose, I'm choosing this frame right here. It says Mr. and Mrs. and it's got some roses on it to do the cross stitch pattern on. Then I've got this little motif right here, and that's just a wood display pattern. And again, I'm picking this one, which says you and me, and it's got the roses on it. And then for the last one is a little heart, and I'm picking the love one right there. And I actually started that one the other night, actually last night. And this is as far as I've gotten. I'm working on the white. Now traditionally, when you start a cross stitch pattern, you're supposed to start smack dab in the middle and work your way out. That way you can make sure you have everything. Well, I was having a really difficult time, and I don't know if it was because I was ill or if this is just so new to me that I was having a difficult time connecting the dots, as it were. So I started actually with the white on the very side here, and I'm working my way over and leaving the spaces for the turquoise or kind of seafoamy blue that I'm going to be doing the letters out of. So you can see right there the L is starting to appear. I don't know if you can see it right here. The L will be there. And then here's where the first O will be. Right? So I'm doing that right now. I'm really enjoying it. It's very satisfying and pretty darn quick. I think I did this in about 30 minutes. And then I had to call it quits because I was so tired. So this is that heart is supposed to be a necklace. I'm not sure if I'll do it as a necklace or if I'll find some way to display it along with all the other things. Obviously with the frame, I'm going to pick one of my wedding pictures to put in it. Then the last thing it comes with, I'm still not sure what this thing is for, but is a card. And it's punch needled through the card so that you can make a card. Now, I have no reason to make a card, so This is probably just going to be framed once I'm done cross-stitching on it. But that one I am picking, I think I'm picking the middle one, but I really like this one too, so I'm not sure. They're all so freaking cute, and I want to go online and see what other kits they have for this. I think she said she got it at Joann's. I don't know for sure. But it comes with a beautiful booklet with all the instructions in it. And it kind of assumes that you've never cross-stitched before, so it takes you through the extreme basics, which obviously I didn't need. But see, like, there's the You and Me that I'm going to do. And then there's the 2 choices that I have to pick from. So I just don't know what I'm going to do. I'll figure it out though. And I don't need to go, I'm not necessarily going to go by the colors strictly that they have, because I don't want to go and buy more thread, because guess what? I have an incredible amount of embroidery thread, and I believe there is still more in my closet. I just haven't pulled it out. But, and then I've got my kit down here full of things. I don't need more thread. So I'm just going to make it do with whatever I've got. And I think it'll be beautiful no matter what. So I'm going to be working on that later this afternoon. So that was one of my birthday gifts that I am so excited about, that I opened up. So that leads us, let's see if I can put this away correctly. I don't want to lose any of the pieces. So, oh, and that's living in a sheepy bag. And this one is done by, who's this one done by? Oh, it's stitched by Jessa Lou. Is she still making bags? I hope so. It's beautiful. I love this bag. But that leads us into in my toolbox. So the first thing in my toolbox is something that's not yarn related at all, but it is birthday related. So my husband got me a birthday present, and it was so heavy I couldn't figure out what in the world it was. And I got to open it, obviously, and it was the 10th anniversary of the Ticket to Ride. Now, this is the American version, US version, Continental, and I'm so excited. It's so beautiful, so heavy. This Days of Wonder, that's the name of the company, is my favorite board game makers. Their attention to detail is extraordinary, and their Ticket to Ride series is my favorite all-time games. I love the European one is my ultimate favorite, but they have come out with things from all around the world. There's a UK version, there's a India version, Africa version. There's a German, only the German country version. There is a space version. I know I have it, but I think I must have left it in Alaska with my family when I moved. So my husband knows how much I love that, so he got that for me, and I spent, or both of us actually, spent a good hour just looking at the pieces and loving the graphics and just looking everything over. Ugh, it was gorgeous. Then for my birthday, I also, from my big sis, I got a $25 gift card for Etsy, which I'm saving because I want to do a, there's a sweater that I bought a couple weeks back on discount that's fade-like, but it has a yoke with a band of sheep going across the front, and they had it pretty steeply discounted on Ravelry, and I know, but I think I just got it because it was, I think I got it on my birthday, and I said, this is my birthday present to myself. I think I spent like $3. And so I want to gather up skeins to do that sweater, and whether that be for my stash completely, I know at least one of the skeins is going to be bought for it with the gift card from my sister. And then my parents also gave me some birthday cash. I got some other cash from other people too, which was nice. It's not really one of my favorite gifts in the world, but I understand why people do that. And my parents were very generous this year, and so I'm putting that toward if I want to buy more yarn as well, or I'm kind of like, maybe I want to just put it towards some kind of bill, like one of my student loans instead. So that's coming up. And then I did take a little bit of that money, and I went out and got a big ball, a 400-gram ball of sugar and cream cotton so that I can start locker hooking. And I plan on doing that this weekend. So that's on my plans. I'm finally going to get into that kit that I got from Black Sheep Gathering. And let me see, I think I got something. Oh yes, I forgot to mention. My parents also got me a subscription to the yarn box. I don't know what level or anything like that, or when it's gonna arrive, or when it's gonna start arriving, or even if they've even actually ordered it. Maybe they just said they are going to do it. I'd have to read my birthday card, or maybe I just need to ask my mom. So, but that'll be coming over the next couple months at least. I don't know how long. So I'll be sharing that as well when it comes. So you know, though my favorite thing about my birthday was spending it with my husband. I'm one of those people that prefers the experience over the gift. So I love gifts that I can have an experience with. So like my knitting, I experience life through my knitting. I oftentimes connect activities that I do to what I was knitting on at the time. So, you know. And finally, my last swap package I'm going to share with you. It came from my now good friend. Oh no. Oh no. I've forgotten your name. I'm so sorry. Is it Linda? I'm terrible. I'm absolutely terrible. But one of my swap partners from the Self-Stripe, the SSA CAL swap group, and she sent me a beautiful, vibrant, and I'm going to make this into minis. I know she sent it to me to swap into, to stripe into something. I don't know, actually. I might just do that too. I don't know. But it's a Madeline Tosh single. Wow, look at how bright that is. And it's in the neon peach colorway. Look at that. Ugh. Okay. That's more like what it really is in real life, I think. Yeah. So, thank you for that. And then, oh my goodness, all the goodies she sent me. Let's see here. She sent me some minis, some leftover yarns that she had. I believe this one is self-striping. So I have that to put into my potential minis. Those are all mine. And then she sent me some beautiful things, such as this thing of stickers with hearts all in it. I love it. I want to put it all over the place. In fact, I am going to be putting some of these on my computer. She sent me some washi tape. No, it's a sticky note dispenser. Oh, that's even cooler. So I can write notes on these and put them all over the place. They're tape, but they're also sticky notes. How cool is that? Then, oh, I'm so glad to actually be sharing this with you because I really want to put this on my refrigerator. She sent me this beautiful magnet called Happiness is Life. A butterfly. Oh! Okay, let's try this again. Happiness is like a butterfly. The more you chase it, the more it will elude you. But if you turn your attention to other things, it will come and sit softly on your shoulder. By Thoreau. So I'm going to be putting this on my refrigerator as a daily reminder. So that's staying out as well. She sent me the cutest nail file. It's a flower. It's so cute. And then she sent me this adhesive backed frame in a heart, so I can put Chris and I in there, my guy, and put it somewhere. Not sure where I'm going to put that one yet. I think it's supposed to be, oh, there's a whole bunch of them in here. I think it's supposed to be for like scrapbooking, but since I don't scrapbook, I'm going to put it on all kinds of good stuff. And then this adorable little mini clipboard. Oh, I love it. And then last but not least, who doesn't love macaroons? Oh man, they're so good if done properly. And they have these little baubles on the end. Oh, I love it. So, thank you, Swappy. Oh yeah, I forgot. She sent me some goodies too, but I've been eating them slowly because of my diabetes. you know, I can't eat too many at a time. In fact, one just fell out, so I'm going to go ahead and have it. It's a watermelon. It is assorted fruit slices. There's watermelon, strawberry, lemon, and lime in here. It's pure sugar. And nice. I like it. Oh! Yeah, that's right, she did. She dug out some remnants. So this one is Miss Babs and the Cosmic Base, and that's Ladybug. And this one is Invictus Yarns, Sarah Bess Rocks the Tour Spiral Splash. So there you go. Those are the names of those colorways that she sent me. So I've just had a wonderful time with all of the swap partners and everything like that. And sorry, I shook the camera. But you know what? I think that's about all I've got. And unfortunately, I don't think I've got really any pictures to share at the end. I'll have to take a look, but I have a little short video of Watson and his new trick that we've been teaching him. But other than that, I don't think I really have anything to share the last couple of weeks because I haven't been on any adventures. So I've been a kind of a boo-hoo boring kind of gal. Oh well. But thank you all for joining me. I'm so grateful to you. I love you all, and I can't wait to see you on the next episode and see you on the boards. Please go over and join this 24 days of cheer swap, and you know, just enjoy life. Love you all. Oh, and remember to knit what you love and love what you knit. Bye.